Hi guys, this is our tour around Spain. This is our first stop, Puerto Castilla. So here you can see two towers. These are called Puerta de Europa. These towers were built in the late 1990s by two American architects, and the goal was to kind of expand Madrid from the central to the north and connect through transportation and also through business. So this is a clear example of the transformation from Franco monumentalism to more modern kind of look that Madrid was going for. So in 1996, Kuwaiti investments opened up offices in these buildings, and they kind of transformed Madrid into a high architecture city.
They try to move away from the Franco style and kind of go to a more modern style. And a good example is new buildings that later on developed into, you can see past there, more skyscrapers.
This is the Jalisco de la Calatrava. This marks the 300th year of Spain being a civilized country, and it was built in 2009.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Madrid, and please come along with me as I show you Nuevo Monasterio. So this building behind me was constructed in 1930, or began construction in 1930, under the architect Secundio Zauzo, who intended to create one centralized place of government, of commerce, of social activity, and it was built during the Second Spanish Republic. However, construction halted during the Spanish Civil War, and was later taken over by the fascist regime under Francisco Franco, who completely changed the architecture. It was going for a more modern architecture, and then it switched to a more monumental architecture that is very, very common in fascist art. Its original intended use was to be an office building for multiple government agencies, as well as a public space and a large transportation hub. And today, it still serves that purpose. There's the Ministry of Transportation, Ministry of Environmental Protection, and other government agencies here as well as businesses, shops, and we have big closets people come out after work to drink up coffee and get promoted. Take a look behind me. These really, really heavy and very synchronized arches. That is one of the main characteristic styles of that design. It's meant to be intimidating and scary and show the strength and proof of the Franco regime.
Welcome to the Bernabeu Stadium, and it is home to Real Madrid and located in Paseo de Castilla. So the Bernabeu Stadium was opened in 1947, and in 2020 underwent a huge renovation, which included 360 paneling, a metallic facade, which we'll show in just a second, and a bunch of brand new modifications to the hospitality experience here at the stadium. So the stadium actually hosted many major world sports events, such as the Euro Cup, the World Cup, and so many more. So this stadium was actually built after the old Chamartín Stadium, and the early design featured a concrete bowl structure, which was modern for its time. This stadium actually represents the transition from Franco's monumentalism and those designs to a new 21st century high-tech modern design. So the stadium was actually designed by well-known architects Manuel Muñoz and Luis Soler. So the stadium here was that was built in around the 1950s. It was also expanded in the 1980s to fit the large crowd of Real Madrid fans. And Real Madrid is a huge symbol of Madrid pride and all of our culture for our sports enthusiasm here in Madrid. The Bernabeu Stadium has done an excellent job at creating a lot of amazing experiences for all the Real Madrid fans, whether it's doing a self-guided tour all the way to a very VIP tour. There is a lot of things to offer for a variety of fans here.
And today I'll be talking about the Museo de Historia de Madrid and why you should come visit this amazing historic monument. So, the Museo de Historia de Madrid was actually formerly known as the Real Hospicio de San Fernando, and it was built in 1720, but in 1919 it officially became known as a historic monument. So let's learn more about this place. So in 1926, the facade was actually restored for an exposition called the Antigua Madrid, where at the time in the 20th century, deep urbanization was leading to a collective feeling of lost cultural identity. This led to the Republic of Madrid and all the cultural elites to ask themselves, who is Madrid? Who are we now? The answer was to create the Museo Municipal in 1929. At this moment, Spain was transforming from a monarchy to a republic. So this museum acted as the repository for really the vision of Madrid, the continuity, and all of our cultural identity. So the museum actually underwent a complete restoration from 2002 all the way to 2014. This shows Spain's commitment to public culture and heritage. Inside of the museum, you are literally brought back in time into the 20th century, from the 1930s, the 40s, decades of civil war and dictatorship. The museum here offers a time capsule with all of the photographs, the objects that were from the time period, and all of the historic memories that Madrid has really built itself upon.